Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of MC. Now if I'm pretty quiet or monotone throughout this video, that is just because my throat still hurts quite a bit. So I don't want to be too vocal or enthusiastic because it just hurts. It's been a little bit. I mean, episode 4 I did release. That was sitting in the vault for a couple weeks, so that one was done quite a while ago. That was recorded. So I haven't actually played Minecraft for almost 2 weeks, excluding the Last Life Season 2 that's been going on. I'm thinking I will release all that once the season is actually done and dusted, and then I'll go through and tackle all those videos to edit out. Because at the moment I'm trying to keep up with this. So I kind of burnt myself out a little bit, so I needed that little break. I'm doing the Forager series as well in the background of this one, so I'm releasing those pretty regularly. And if you want to go check that out, there is a playlist link down in the description, or just check out my channel and go from there. Okay. So from this episode, blah blah blah. I don't know what I'm saying right now. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna try and time-lapse building my storage area. Whoa. Okay. I don't know how it's gonna go, because honestly I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it done in one session. So I'll do a little bit in time-lapse. There may be times where I cut it out and come back to it. We'll just go for it, I guess. We'll just see how much we can get done in the one session. So I guess we start this session off with a little bit of a time-lapse. Let's go. Alright, and that's the replay mod done. Now there was kind of a hard one to get angles on, like I was constantly inside, then outside, then doing other things, so I just went with what was best without too much moving around really. I have left this one a little bit different. I'm still trying to decide, because at the moment these bottom windows, they're basically the same length as what's in the second floor. I'm trying to figure out if I want them a bit longer. I'm not too sure at this stage. I mean, everything's still in very blocky forms. Alright, I just ended up coming back after a bit. I left it a couple of days because my throat was just hurting too much, and it was too painful to talk, and I was just sounding like an idiot really. And what I was just saying about blocky form, I mean, it's Minecraft, everything's blocky, but you know what I mean, like more details, stairs, slabs, all those kind of things. What I might do is I might just play around this area a little bit, and I think I will go with the longer windows. I do like the idea of having these longer windows down here. Yeah. Do I want them this long though? I don't know. Yeah, I might just play around, figure out a little bit more about the shape of where I'm going to have my chests in here and get ready to prep the redstone behind. So yeah, I'll go do that and come back when I'm ready to show you guys. Okay, so I'll come back, and are we... Oh, I thought those phantoms are just kind of frozen in air for the moment. And yeah, ready for the reveal. So I've done quite a bit off camera, you stupid skyrays, and what we got going on at the moment. So I started carving out a little bit more on the tower, and we've extended this area quite... Can you guys go away? It's like I'm trying to talk to everyone here and explain what's going on. I know it's just about to come daytime, but I'd just get to sleep and try to just shoo these guys away. And there we go. Okay, I'll come back down here in a moment. I'll show you what's going on the outside first. So yeah, courtyard planned. Now this was essentially going to be where I was trying to picture where a potential tree in the courtyard could go, but now that I've extended the area here, I might actually shuffle that back a bit. And so I started leaving signs around the place for me, trying to get an idea of where some structures can be placed. So this, it just felt like it needed to be a bit of a shape there. What that shape is going to turn into, absolutely no clue. Now actually coming into this level of the tower, so this is where I'm going to have some villas. Now, not every one of these stations is going to have a villager, but the majority of them will. And I'm not going to have any chests or anything up here. I want just like a collection system that then, like in the corners, I can dump in, it runs down some hoppers, and then goes to my storage. So that's kind of what this section is going to be. There's not going to be paths or any hallways or anything leading anywhere else. It's just simply villager trading area. Coming down though, we got some more of these. I believe this just leads back to the cartography section. And what I might do, so I'm not sure if I've explained my current idea. I mean, my ideas change quite frequently, but what we're doing here is we're imagining that there was a civilization, a colony or whatever, and they live many ways that direction. And they've gone seafaring, they've gone traveling, and what they've done is they've come across these old ruins, this old castle, temple, whatever you want to call it. I'm still pretty reluctant to call it a castle, but it obviously is. And so what they've done is they started like refurbishing, reinforcing, and kind of just like like populated the area. I don't know how else to describe it. They basically found this place, saw that, you know, it's got a good port. It's kind of like in between the direction that they were traveling anyway. So what they've done is they've decided to, you know, set up a sort of a port, a place in between travels. So, you know, they've made it an established area. So there'll be like my fishing area here, like because this, you know, boats and stuff will be coming in here. So I'll have like my fish stands and like have the barrels and all that jazz there. So that's where I'm going to keep all that stored. And then, you know, so that's where some of this newer stuff is coming in, because they've seen this, they've started building into it and recolonizing, I guess, an area, an old settlement, you know, if that makes sense. I'm terrible at explaining things, but I hope that gets the idea of where this old and new cross is coming through. Now these people aren't too advanced, you know, they're imagine sort of like pirate days, you know, wooden ships, seafaring, all that kind of stuff. You know, they're at the stage where they can make various metal objects and structures, but no technological advancements. I mean, I'm going to have redstone. I'm going to have redstone for the sorting system, because that's just, you can't like not do that. So that, yeah, but like that's not part of them. That's just something I'm doing. So yes, that's where the cartography lookout is. They can keep track on all the ships coming in, keep a log of who's coming in, who's going out, what they're trading, all those kind of things. And I don't know how else to explain it. But yeah. You know, people still going around swords. Maybe gunpowder was invented at this stage, who knows. So we're coming in here, so I started adding the stone bricks around. Not everywhere, obviously, still getting in. I was doing this side, and then I thought I should at least focus on where my storage is going to be. Get that done so I can start moving some things into my storage. So that's going to like expand across these walls here. Now what I originally planned for the villages with the delivery system, I was just going to deliver down to here. But now I'm thinking I'll deliver that to where my library will be. But where the library is going to be, I do not know yet. We'll talk about what's going on down here for a bit. So my plan, my thoughts on how I was going to texture this was, in my head, it makes more sense for the corners to be built with, like, you know, grime built up, like dust, dirt, everything builds up in the corners, you know, wind and whatever else, and that's where it clogs, so that's where it causes the most decay. Yeah, so that's why corners quite more ruined, you know, that's bit of a bricks falling down there. Same with up here where it's collapsing. You know, I try to at least show that, you know, where these collapsed parts, you know, they don't vanish. They end up somewhere, you know, the bits fall off. And yeah, so we're trying to keep the center from the pillars a little bit fresher, just to, you know, to the I think you got the idea. I'm just like, my room is so hot right now. I think I'm having heat stroke, so I'm struggling to explain this in a quick and understanding fashion. Essentially, corners more mossy, more ruined, more mildewy, more damp, breaking more, spreading out not as much. Yeah. Quick explanation. Okay. I still got to figure out where my unloading area is going to be though. I mean, I can just fly through, unload into there, but if I got like bulk things to unload, I'm going to have to just be able to dump it somewhere and just have the sorting system deal with it. I also think I'm going to have a bulk storage somewhere because, you know, masses of dirt. Basically, with the amount of dirt or stone that you collect, you can like fill up this whole area with just that one item. So this is going to be less bulky items. And then down somewhere else, no clue where, but eventually we'll have a spot for it. We're going to have our bulk storage. Yeah, well, I better actually show you around the place. So down here we've got a couple stairs. This then ties back up to the storage system, as you can see up here. I'm not too sure yet. This connection, like these tunnels and stuff, this is more so I can get a scope of the distance between the areas, and then from there I can plan. So I do want to have like a dungeon at some point. I should put up on the screen now sort of the reference I used for my cathedral room. It's not a cathedral, how like a hole, I guess, almost. I don't know. Whatever this is, I'll show you the reference. I'll put that up on the screen now, so you can take a look at it. So that's actually from an anime called Overlord. And I can't remember what the room's called, but yeah, so that's where I got the inspiration. Obviously mine is a lot more ruined and dilapidated and not as pristine, but yeah, that's kind of where I got the idea for these arches, these big pillars, the walkway. And then for like the dungeons and stuff, I'll put this other picture up on the screen now as well. So this is kind of like what I want for, like, there's going to be a sewer system connecting to everyone's base that wants to be connected. Now I believe it's going to be at like -58, which is like basically bedrock, or bedrock's -59. But my sewer, I don't want it to be that deep. It's just going to be like dungeon level leading into a sewer. So I might have to do something where all of a sudden there's like a waterfall drop off that then takes you down to the connection tunnels that connects everyone's bases. So that way there's something to, you know, there's a pathway there. Yeah, what we got here, possibly to food hole. I also need to think of where I'm going to have a library. So I'm not sure if this will be food hole leading into library as well. It's really hard when you're building underground because you don't have as much perspective of the locations of everything. So when digging into a mount face like this, you can only really get a proper idea once you dig it all out and then connect some of these pathways. This way is going to be where, I know I talked about having a blacksmith down there last time, but this is going to be a path that leads over to the cliff face here, where I'm going to sort of mold it, terraform a little bit, and I'm going to have my blacksmith station over here. So I'm like really out of breath. I'm dying from the heat in my room right now. It is suffocating. So yeah, so there's been a lot of progress off camera. Now I didn't film any of it because I was very unsure, you know. I spent this is like a couple days of real life work, you know. This is something that I sort of tinkered around with and placed and like just experimented with. Same with just digging random places, you know, trying to connect the staircases, because I forgot to, I mean, this staircase is basically the same one that's directly under us, you know, same shape, same design. It just takes you up to another level. So yeah, so there's just a lot of time mapping out some of this a lot more. Now I gotta be honest, I probably shouldn't even be recording right now, like it's been such a messy episode, you know, this from starting with barely being able to speak to sudden heat stroke, yeah. You know, this has been times I've been feeling pretty faint here, so What I might actually do is I'm going to clear off all this grass, trees, greenery, bamboo, and all that. I'll time-lapse it all, and then that will give me a chance to, you know, chuck my fan on in the room without it being picked up in my mic and being all noisy. You know, sort of just chill out a bit. And yeah, so we'll cut to that now. And just like that, lawns have been mowed, trees have been chopped, lost horses have been reined in. That horse, he's been missing for ages. I just assumed he vanished, and yeah, it turns out he was just chilling by the bank there, trying to get back, or even trying to escape the island. I don't know why anyone would. I mean, never done anything terrible to. Well, I'm trying to just get my what am I doing? This screen. I don't know, I just took a million screenshots. This! I couldn't get my third person back out, I'm stupid. Yeah. Yeah, some reason there's like floating vines. I don't know why, broken vines, but they're just there now. It's part of the parkour challenge. It's a single obstacle. 360 off. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, happy to get the horse back. I don't think he was a good one though. I'm pretty sure he was a cruddy horse. Life is alright. Oh no, speed is good. Jump not so much. Ah, well. He doesn't have a good jump. I don't think any of mine have really got a good jump. I can't do any good crossbreeding. No, they're all terrible. So yeah, so now that all this is cleared out, except for some of the corners and things, that's alright, not to bother too much. I can start the wind from the elytra. Hold up, let me perch up in this tree. I want to be closer because I can't. Let's just go up on the platform that I designed purposely for viewing. Yeah, okay. So yeah, now that it's all cleared and all the grass and all the annoying things have been done, this area is like messy as. It feels like it's a bomb site. So I'm gonna have to go through and plan it out a little bit better. Not sure how, but I'm not sure about anything in life really, especially when it comes to Minecraft designs. Yeah, I think this gives us. I mean, oh, it looks so barren. It's so weird now after seeing it with so many trees, and I think the very next thing I'm gonna do once I add all the chests in there with the tremendous amount of wood we have now collected. You know, there's nothing like completely deforesting a untouched jungle and removing all the wildlife and erecting stone and human structures. Absolutely, yeah. No, that's terrible. Okay. Okay, it's not us that done it, okay? It's these older, possibly not even the older civilization, possibly the new settlement that done it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this and have another single slit window like that. That's so it's symmetrical. And then I might do either 2 corner towers slightly pointing up above here on each point, or either just like one middle one, or I don't know. Either way, I got to extend this a little bit further out. I think that's the very next thing I might do, and get some more of this storage sorted. Hoppers. Need lots more hoppers. I wonder if Seb's actually, I know he destroyed his shop to make plans for a future construction. I'm not sure if he has relocated that redstone shop into one of his other shops for the time being, because I would very much like to buy a whole bunch of redstone after obviously mining for diamonds, because I am very poor. Very, very poor. It's I've barely had diamond luck this season. I mean, I've been making quite a bit in my shop. I haven't been topping up my shop very often though, and it's just, I'm lazy. I'm a lazy person. I need to do some basalt mining for Sebs actually. That could be a way to get some diamonds. Yeah. But with all that said, I think we are getting ready to wrap up for this episode. I'm sorry, it has been probably my most chaotic episode there so far. It was all over the place. Like, honestly, yeah. pretty bad. There was no direction whatsoever, and I probably just wasn't in a state to even be recording in the first place. But with all that said, still we made a decent amount of progress. It's just yeah, like the execution of it all, terrible. Base progress, quite a bit in my opinion. So I mean, yeah. I'm starting to see a bit more of the potential of this area the more I build, which is making me excited. And look how green the grass is. Isn't that something? How nice. How nice. Still feels weird to look at it like this. And this guy, the forever up on his back panda. Yes. He's just forever up on his back since I started this playthrough on this server and come to this island. I'm gonna have to try to transport him somehow without hopefully breaking him out of his trance-like state. He's special. That's all he is. He's special. So yeah, enough of that. Plans for next episode. Obviously, I don't know. Okay. We'll leave it at that. You know what to do. If you like the content so far, hit the like, subscribe. Really sorry about this episode. Regardless, West see. Oh, the stuttering. We'll see you next time. Ciao.